How's it going, everybody? It's a quick little update from Future Me, if you couldn't already tell by the different clothing. And yeah, I didn't really know when to make this video because if you guys don't know, we got episode 114, which is a video of Paul returning. And in that episode, we got the preview of the next episode, which is how things usually go. And because if you guys don't know, the next episode is 115, and that is the start of the Masters 8 tournament. And in that, we got the official matchups of who will be facing off against who. Like, we got Ash versus Steven, Lance versus Diantha, and then we got Cynthia versus Iris, and then Alain versus Leon. And so, yeah, this video was kind of late because I didn't really know when to upload this video. I made it on May 30th, and I've kind of just been sitting on it. I was going to upload it on June 3rd, but I wasn't really finished editing, and I was also in Vancouver that weekend, so I wouldn't have, really been able to see how the video would have done until, like, a few days or somewhere around there. So I figured I would upload it the Friday after, but now that we have the official confirmation of who's facing who in the Masters 8, at least for the first round, this video is kind of, late, I guess, but it'll be fun to see what things are wrong and right, because I did get a few things right in this video, and there's also a few things that I got wrong. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and it's been a long time since I've done one of these theory videos and videos in general, because the last time I did a video was in January of this year when I did that Moon Knight reaction, and that was, yeah, like 5 or so months ago. And when I upload this, I'll actually be in Vancouver, so might not make it to the premiere of this video, if I even do make a premiere of it. But yeah, today I'll be discussing why Alain is in the Masters 8, because if you guys don't know, Alain is not a champion, because all the other ones, except for Ash, of course, are obviously all champions. Now, I'm making this video because I did a poll on Twitter when, like, around the time the Masters 8 tournament trailer came out. That was, like, a few days ago. I did a poll on Twitter saying if I should make a video about it, and, like, 10 out of 12 votes that it did get said yes, so here I am making a video about it. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. If you guys don't already know, the Masters 8 consists of, obviously, 8 trainers. You got Ash is number 8, Iris is number 7, Alain is number 6, which is what we're going to talk about in this video. And then you got Diantha is number 5, Lance is number 4, Steven is number 3, Cynthia is number 2, and Leon, obviously, at number 1. And now they're all technically champions because 6 out of 8 of them are regional champions, and Ash is technically the champion of the Alola League. I mean, he is the champion of the Alola League, and Alain is the champion of the Kalos League. So, technically they're all champions, but in that case, they could have just chosen anyone else who won a league or did something that's like a champion thing. So, yeah, it's odd that they went with Alain specifically, but let's talk about why I think they obviously chose Alain specifically. So, yeah, aside of them running out of champions and not knowing who to pick and just kind of choosing someone who's strong, there's also the fact that Ash can face Alain in one of the matches of the Master Class, but judging by the fact that Ash is facing off against Steven, because there's Metagross dodging a Thunderbolt, and early in the trailer, Ash is telling Pikachu to use Thunderbolt. So, yeah, this most likely means that Ash faces off against Steven in the first round. And then later on in the trailer, there's Gardevoir attacking a Dragonite, which is most likely Ash's Dragonite. So that would mean the second round would be Ash versus Diantha. And if that's the case, then most likely not going to be Ash versus Alain, because also in that trailer, there was a Mega Charizard X, which is Alain's, obviously, dodging Gardevoir's Psychic attack. And if that's the case, then that obviously meant that Diantha would defeat Alain. And yeah, but Alain does have some power. He does have his Tyranitar, Metagross, Bisharp, Unfezant, Weavile, and Charizard. Only like half of those teams are, powerful, but they were powerful enough to give him the Kalos League victory, so there is that to go for. Also, there's a fact in this video that I forgot to mention, is that Alain has taken out 10 Mega Pokemon in a row, all at once, so he does have the capability of being in the Masters 8. And also, during the Kalos League, he only used Charizard and Metagross for, like, the entire tournament until he got to the 6v6 finals with Ash, which was when he actually used his full team. So, yeah, he does have the capability of being in the Masters 8, so, makes sense to why they chose him. Yeah, back to the video. So yeah, I don't think Ash will face off against Alain in the tournament, but there's the possibility that those matches in the trailer are just preliminary battles, kind of like the Johto League thing, where Ash had to win a bunch of preliminary battles before he can, enter the main tournament of the Johto League. So yeah, there's a possibility that Ash facing off against Steven or Diantha are just preliminary battles, and he's only like actually facing off against one of those guys, like in the actual tournament itself. So if we want to take the first round matchups as not preliminary battles and actual matches, then we can see that Iris will be facing off against Lance, Ash will be facing off against Steven, Alain will be facing off against Diantha, and Cynthia will be facing off against Leon. And in the second round, all we know of, if the preliminary battles aren't true, is that Ash will face against Diantha because of the Gardevoir attacking the Dragonite. Now, that Dragonite could be Lance's Dragonite, but it doesn't seem likely. It seems that it's most likely Ash's Dragonite, just by the expression on the Dragonite's face. Kind of makes it seem like, it's Ash's Dragonite and not, Lance's Dragonite. So yeah, if the preliminary battles are, like, actually a thing and that's what's going on in that trailer, there's the fact that Alain could also have a battle against Leon, and they could have, like, this Charizard versus Charizard fight because, both Alain and Leon have their Charizards. Because, Leon obviously Gigantamaxes his, and Alain battles with Mega Charizard. So, yeah, they could do, like, a Gigantamax versus Mega Evolution Charizard battle, but then again, if the preliminary battles are not true and those are actually matches, then that very most likely seems unlikely. Because, yeah, the whole thing. See, I don't really know why they went with Alain specifically, because they could have just kept Raihan in the Masters 8, or they could have kept Flint in the Masters 8, because you guys don't know, they were previously in the Masters 8, but they're not anymore, obviously. So, either Alain or Iris both kicked them out of the Masters 8. Well, Ash kicked Raihan out of the Masters 8, but, with Flint, that could have gone with either Iris or Alain, but, yeah, like, they could have chosen anyone else like I mentioned earlier, Raihan, Flint, one of the other Elite Four members, or Brandon, or Paul, or Tobias, but let's be real here, if Tobias was in the Masters 8, that would be extremely unfair to everyone else because of that ridiculously OP Darkrai. But although Ash did defeat that Darkrai in the Sinnoh League, so, he was the only trainer to defeat that Darkrai in the Sinnoh League, so, that's, you gotta give credit for that. But, yeah, it's very odd that they went with Alain, so there's gotta be a very specific reason as to why they chose Alain in the Masters 8, but I guess we'll find out when that tournament starts. I believe it is on June 17th is when the Masters 8, tournament starts, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not that theory is true or if it's not true. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this video, so I think I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.